So I've been getting so many life changers in the past like 2 weeks. I mean, just literally, no, the past month. Because I mean, can you believe it's already the 20? Wait, is it the? No, it's not the 29th anymore. I didn't say the 29th in my last video yesterday, but today's technically the 30th of October, 2022. The one thing is the word wife, and I've been hearing this, and it really just got me the other day. This was like, what do you call that thing? I think it was Friday. Today's Sunday morning. I'm missing church. I should be praying, doing more prayer again, you know? Should. Don't use that word should, could, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have bet on this team. I should have bought that stock, blah, blah, blah. The word wife is in... She's got a boyfriend problem. Most religions, I don't even need to, I should say most, but yeah, literally all religions. I was heavily involved with Western Christianity for more than 15 years. And I'm big into prayer, you know, it pisses people off that I'm into prayer. But, you're going to find that, it's kind of my new little spot here, you know. It's just it's a low subservient kind of thing. And I had a conversation with the woman, you know, next building over, yesterday morning, whereby we discussed this whole thing of what is your idea of husband and wife. Well, guess what? How's that working for her? You know, she's got the one divorce, and she's called, you know, people have called her non-wife, which is what she should be. She's just ridiculously sexy, very hot. And she's, you know, for some reason, I think it's God, has been preventing her from fulfilling and getting through with these kind of marriage things. And as much as I'm going to put all my love and faithfulness, and look at me, I'm fulfilling my part of the marital contract. That's what it is. It's a bullshit contract. I want to keep loving you anyway. It's gotten into that, whereby it's a competition, almost a competition thing. So, anyway, this whole wife thing, I had my conversation I had with a woman. She's what do you call that thing, gay, whatever. If they do the gay marriage stuff, and we should be able to have the same rights that all you have. Well, first of all, you already do have the same rights that 100% of all people in this country have. All gays can go into. The biggest thing that these gays try to say is, well, we can't go into a hospital to see our significant other. Bullshit. Yes, you can. I've always told them all you gotta do is get a limited power of attorney. Same exact thing that anybody. I mean, I just went to visit a person. What? Yeah. So it would have been then the 2nd of October. That's Sunday. I was his visitor. He's not like you need any kind of. I wasn't like a husband or a wife, or I wasn't like a brother or sister, father, daughter. What do you call father, mother, whatever. Nothing like that. It wasn't my colleague. Wasn't a person I've known for a long time. It's just fucking just manipulator lie people. This is straight up liars. There's no other way to look at these people, okay? But she wanted to be able to play. Hey, I actually get the same rights that all you have, which she's referring to this personality thing of heterosexual. I'm not homosexual. I'm not heterosexual. I'm not bi. I'm not straight. I'm not gay. I'm not against any of that stuff. I'm not against homosexuality. I'm not against heterosexuality. Well, I'll tell you this, though. I'll go with what works, you know? If I see people being happy, content, like no crime, hello? I mean, that's the thing about the Muslims. Oh my God. If you look at this stuff, they know what's up, y'all. There's no crime. And for some reason, people who don't use drugs or get in activity around people who are using drugs, wow, interesting. They got like 0 crimes in their life. What the fuck is it that I'm doing in my life that's causing me to have 0 crimes? Okay, there's somebody literally exactly above me. This building was built in the 1970s. I'm at Daytona Beach Golf Course Country Club Condominiums, it's called. Which I'm out of here, obviously. You got the flood, the people just flocking out, all the first floor people. Which they're going to be... Oh my God. The rent for these people that are renting, because they're individually owned, but it's up to almost $1,000 for 1 bedroom. I just heard somebody got a 2-bedroom for $1,250 or $1,275 or $1,300. It's like super cheap here, y'all. And you can buy a 1-bedroom for this one just sold for $84,500. And then the one next right here, theirs sold for $80,000. You can see the public records. And then of course and that's just literally like 3 weeks before the hurricane. So it was like first week, just after the whole like Labor Day thing. So I started thinking about this thing. This woman I was talking to, she kept referring to her wife. And I looked back in my mind real quick. 100% of the guys that I've talked to, they had I'm probably going to be able to meet more gay guys than most people because of my being a nudist. So I go to communities, obviously Hallover Beach, 638, 40, 41. Oh, what a miracle. We are just rolling with these eyes. I don't know what's going on the past week. So if it's just like a little monogamous couple, okay, then it seems as though there's a higher powered one and a lower powered one, and they've made jokes that this is my wife. When of course that the guy, they're both guys, so it's like, what's a wife? What they just in their mind. So I'm big on like, what does it look like you're doing? What does it fucking look like you're doing? You're hanging out you smell like smoke, like cigarette smoke. Maybe you were just hanging on people that were smoking. Okay, so you've got like blood all over you or something. You might be the suspect of a very serious crime. Oh boy, and I've interrogated these inmates sometimes pretty good when it comes to them claiming their innocence. Most inmates that I write to, I mean, one guy, oh my God, not just a lot of in Ohio. That's my home state. It's like they want to like keep murdering the guy over and over and over. Like they still like in their mind they're still trying to kill that guy even more. It's like, really, dude. So man, most of them admit to their crimes. They talk about it. I mean, we talk about it and stuff. And when they enter it, they're not guilty pleas. Like the neighbor over here, her husband's a former detective, and we talked. And she even said he said, "Oh no, man," her husband always said, "No matter what, just say you're not guilty. Just say it, okay." But they say they're not guilty. But that's the whole point of that, is to just get some kind of paper, and plea it out. How the hell did I get off in that little thing? Yeah, even in these prisons, now I think of it too, while I'm over there, these guys will have people that they refer to as their wife. It's subservient, it's lower, it's submissive. My daughters, I would never want them to be subservient or submissive to anybody, male or female, or anything in any kind of relationship. They are the head, not the tail, above only, not beneath. And the thing is, though, here I was in Christianity. Okay, that's where I'm going with this too. That I'll get back to the whole gay thing too, but I believed heavily in marriage. When I look about it around with it, I mean, I've loved so many of the relationships, the marriages, Taffy Dollar, Creflo Dollar, Bill Winston, and Veronica. I'm just going up to 75. Okay. And then turn off a little bit to the west day to Chicago, and then we'll go take State Route 66 down, and then shoot down the through Austin and into Houston. I always loved Kenneth Copeland and Gloria Copeland, but the reality is this: I haven't been behind scenes. I haven't seen all this stuff. I can't deny the fact that there's some serious, very serious issues going on in the Creflo Dollar relationship, marriage thing, or whatever that they have. It's a monogamous. I've looked at these things. They're some of my favorites, y'all. But what's really going on? Like partners in crime are pretty much across the board always. Uh, Kenneth Copeland and Gloria Copeland, it's one of those things whereby it's cute, they work together so closely together. I would not want a wife. Like, where did this whole fucking personality word come from? That's what I love about Islam. They're not into, like... And then, obviously, Buddhism. And then Narcotics Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. They're not into person. They take principle over personality. That's fucking awesome. This whole thing, Facebook, in a relationship, engaged to. Hello, I've done this. Married to. Okay, so you're married on Facebook, or you're engaged on Facebook. Where's the legal part of that? You know what I'm saying? My neighbor and I we've been watching over her place with regard to all the mold and stuff. She's got some serious issues. But we're watching this thing called Cheaters. I mean, how the hell do people get involved in these kind of things? Oh, they fell in love. They were so happy to talk about how they were, you know. That's all mental. These are a bunch of demonic demons running around. That's what it is. It's just mental messes. So back to this whole like gate thing. And I listen. I always been, husbands love your wife as Christ will love the church and gave himself for it. So you got to be the little bitch for your wife. That's what Christianity is all about. Oh, she's having a bad day. It's your fault because you're the head, you're the leader, and you got to have different roles. No more personalities, dude. I mean, why do you got to put a label on things? Why is there, and that's where I've gotten with regard to my children. It's like, you know what? Children? Mine? Custody? Fuck it, who cares? That's one of those things people are getting serious mental illnesses, symptoms of the mental illnesses. The OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. And 100% of people who are in custody battles, fighting for custody. They're a fucking mess. They're broke. They're sick all the time. They want that. These women, they love this idea of motherhood. And I've been into being a father and being the best father I can be. I should show this to you. I'm packing up this guy's stuff. He's been in and out of this mental place. I've been sharing a little bit about this last few days. But this guy's got more clothes than I do. He's homeless. So I'm going to show you this here. That's the air mattress I've used for my guests from wherever they're coming from. I'm in various countries, Germany, and I'm in all that. And then this is more of his clothes. Seriously, he's got more than I do, okay? Let's go back out into the patio. I just love being so transparent. What's getting people sick is they're trying to be a label, be some kind of role. That's another thing, too, like point guard. I found another one of his clothes. Nice. I'm not into... I want to be the best point guard I can be. We got to have a center. We got to have a power forward. We got to have the quarterback. It's not about that. You just go out there and win. You just play. You just ball. That's why Steph is just so dominant. Obviously, Michael Jordan. That people say he's a shooting guard. Magic Johnson, LeBron. These guys are small forwards. Magic can kind of play point guard. No, Magic even tells I can play any position on the court. LeBron said I can play any position on the court. And technically, you look at the Bulls. Michael Jordan. He didn't really play. They didn't have a point guard. B.J. Armstrong, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr. That's the problem with Chris Paul and any team he's been with. They just can't finish. Why? Because the team's under too much control. They're under this fixed thing. This is the only way it's going to work. Only way we're going to do things. It just doesn't work. These roles, these labels. Hey, we need a new 2 guard. We need a 3. We need a 4. No, just get out there and ball, y'all. I made some complaints about this with regard to the Cavs and how we're going to D up when it comes to, the fact that we've got these 2 point guards, basically, Don D-Dog, Don Dog, Donovan Mitchell, and of course the other dude. It's been so long he's been out. Darius Garland Jr. So this life I was living, I was trying to be the father, trying to be and I'm trying to, like, as happy as my children were, I'm trying to wonder, like, what the hell still? Where did I go wrong? How could I have gone wrong? I mean, you'd think that God would bless this situation. You know what? No, it's all about you. I always keep saying, it's like, okay, guys, you can keep complaining about your girlfriend. I hear this woman complain about her boyfriend all the time, and that woman complain about her baby daddy. Just two up and then two over. I mean, you can just catch a whiff of maybe 15 seconds of it, and you know the whole situation, you know. Yeah, baby daddy too. It's like I'm not like the whole he, her, his thing. That's another thing too I like about the whole issue of Massachusetts. I'm like, I was so against it too. It's like they're degrading what marriage is, calling it party A, party B for marriage. That's just like Mitt Romney, and this is Mitt Romney, y'all. He's a big Mormon, big time believer of some kind of Jesus Christ. But it's not about labels. It's not about father, mother. It's not about, you know, husband and wife. Or wife and wife, or husband and husband. I think Australia only recently got into doing husband and wife kind of stuff. And a lot of you want to say, fuck it, who cares? Man. You have to be loyal to this one person in this relationship. That's the thing. Polyamory, man, that just totally works for me. I have so much peace about it. Look at a person's life. I don't care what your beliefs are, your values are. It doesn't matter to me, man. What matters is the fucking results. Let's do this. It's all about the results. Your fruit. Are you healthy? You know? I haven't been in size 6 since 2012, and it's been difficult for me to accept that, yeah, maybe it was the fact that I was in this, you know, we can call it, the label, the word marriage, relationship with this woman. Certain people I just can't be around, just cannot be around. This word wife it's a submissive. You're like, okay, so it goes back even further. And some people, I was talking to this woman, okay, she's saying, I'm okay with being property. You can be my property, absolutely. You are going to obey me. You are not going to be, you know, doing drugs around me. You're not going to be, you know, fucking around with just any kind of crimes, okay? That's how it is. You got to respect the state. As much as the state is evil and wicked and all that stuff. I'm not talking about Florida. I'm talking about, I mean, even in Puerto Rico, where the crime is super high. No, we're just going to be all about respect, you know, and honor. But it really comes down to yourself and just, you know, you living your life. Wherefore, I'm so very glad I'm getting this. I'm accepting where I am. This is like, wow. Just being so bleeping set free with things, y'all. It feels so good. But you realize that wife in Judaism was property of the husband, the man. Ugh. That's what I love so much about being the feminist that I am, you know? And it's not so much, it's the feminine part of me. Yin yang balance, you know? Why does the wife have to be subservient, the ownership, the property? This woman was telling me literally, like, she's trying to do all this for her wife, and she's been clean and keeping her clean, and she didn't know her wife was using behind her back and blah blah blah. I just got it. It's all that bullshit system of labelism. Well, I'm at it. Yeah, ableism. I can't work. I'm not going to work. Just accept it the way it is, Jason. My brain will just man, talking about severe exertion on my brain, and I can play game of basketball. The next day I had a heavy massage. Thursday night, Friday I was down most of the day. Still did too much more on the house. People say house. On the condo, walking around the condo, and then of course Saturday felt way better, and today I'm ready to do some laps here in the swimming pool. I'm about to jump in. I'm doing 5 today, y'all. I'm really cruising. I gotta focus on what I'm doing and what's working, you know, and what's working with regard to my relationships and not just relationship, but just my interaction with people. And then of course, this whole issue of the body getting it going or whatever, and so not getting it going, just having fun. Man, this whole 100% of these monogamous relationships are a complete and total disaster. That's what I love about Facebook, you know. I mean, I've had video masturbation with many women, in single, one-on-one at a time, and then of course another woman 10 minutes later, or multiple women at the same time, and then just like we can, do the tri-screen or whatever you want to call it. But then of course communicating with, I mean, if you talk to another girl in most of these monogamous relationships, oh, you're going to hell. It's going to be very hot if you like shake their hand. It's going to be even hotter if you kiss on the cheek or hug. Oh, you are done. It's going to be super hot in hell. So you're in hell right now if you're hugging them. But it's like, it's amazing how this woman was explained to me how she owned her other significant person or whatever it was. I don't want anybody to feel like they're not in a situation around me whereby they do not feel like they're the head, not the tail, above only, not beneath. It needs to be fair across the board for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Jesus says, any man who doesn't leave his wife, his work, his job, everything, and follow me is not fit for the kingdom of God. So I'm going into the 8th chapter, 56th verse of the Luke. It makes more sense to me now. And leaving your wife is not. Listen, guys. I know women in this country, they, according to statistics, 4 times as many they just leave and disappear and are gone forever. But the men, a lot of them get pissed off. What if I talk to the guys? And I always say, yeah, it's you. You're the problem. It's not her. Leave her alone. You can't change her. Don't try to change her. Don't wait for her to change. She ain't gonna change. I mean, maybe she will, but it's pointless, Just go fuck other girls, But it's about this. You, individually, your own relationship with God, your own relationship with the Source, the universe. How are you with, why the hell is it certain dogs want to just rip into some people, They know what's up. Certain, animals, beasts, cats, they can't get right with people. I remember being with in a city called, so I knew a woman who lived in Dalton, and I was staying at her place in 2016. We drove, I don't want to say up to, or is it to the north east day? I don't remember. Whatever Worcester is, I think it's to the northeast, near a Toyota dealership where her friend lived. Her dog was there, and for something about me, the dog was like looking at me, like kept looking. When the dog would walk away from me, the dog would like look back at me with the head. Anyway, I can feel this dog hated men, and the dog got that from the female, like owner, adopted person, whatever you call it. But there's something about animals, they see things, but they're created to do certain things, and people are turning wives into worse than even pets. This is my pet. I'm so glad I'm free from this marriage. If it doesn't work, then just leave it alone. You're out. You're done with it. You hear me? And that's for me. I'm just so set on this. Go with what works. Since 2012, I haven't been the slightest bit sick. Whatever I'm doing with regard to crime, nothing. Maybe it's because I don't hang out with drug users. And then, of course, I get pulled over, and I'm not fucking kidding you. These police will pull me over. I'm driving blind. And they say, let me just take you out for lunch or something. Dude, I didn't mean to do that. Oh shit, you can get a private attorney if you really want to and just beat the fuck out of me. I don't want to lose my job, pension, everything. Whatever you want, dude. They run my plates and like, shit, this guy's been pulled over for this, and this. He had a felony 1 in 2010. He couldn't even get past a grand jury. 2008, preaching the gospel. Fuck. We don't want to mess with this motherfucker. What I mean, what else? Have I been thinking recently? Like, I think they're just pretty much like, no, we're not gonna mess with this guy at all. I mean, if you need a crime committed, that's it right here. You know, that's use me. You know, and people have used me. It's easy, you know. Visually impaired. No, I mean, I get to by the. I mean, I got the Department of Homeland Security running after me, just throwing like just hundreds on me, man. Department of Homeland Security. You don't believe me? People don't believe me. They own this. They're a conglomerate that owns this company called FEMA. I gotta make some videos about this. This is too funny. We all had damage. The whole first floor. Everybody on the first floor. One lady, she got more than $6,000. Same exact unit number as me. One building over that way. I don't know what that one over there got. Another woman, she got almost $10,000. She has a 2-bedroom. I can go to SBA right now and say, hey, I want a loan of $50,000 or $150,000, even probably as much as $250,000 to start my life all over again, because you know this hurricane, you know, really devastated me. This is like a real hot point. We're at 6 minutes. My God, I'm just feeling so good right now. I'm glad I got this, so. But it's just what it is, y'all. As soon as you get into that monogamous stuff, man, it's just destruction. 100% of people. And what do you always see too? I saw this one in, what do you call that? Polk County. I don't know, Haines City or something like that. Some kind of, as usual, trailer park place. Dude comes out, starts shooting a shotgun at people, and you know, somebody called the cops. Cops came out and took him out. You don't want to go in a shootout with the police. You're going to lose that 100% of the time, okay? But it was at a trailer park, and it was between the man and the woman, and he was drinking. Is it possible that you looking for that monogamous boyfriend, husband, finally got the one, the girlfriend, the wife? Is that what's causing you to drink? Well, I don't, you know. So maybe the fact that I don't do any alcohol, any kind of narcotics, but I do gluten. Gluten is a narcotic. When's the most recent time? How many days clean from gluten do I have right now? And I'm being for real right now. I might have almost a full, like, 5 days. I went to Taco Bell the other day, and their wraps definitely have gluten in them. And then when I'm there, I go across the street to Publix. I get their 12-inch subs. I got this food card, y'all, because of this. You know, I'm just so disabled and devastated from this hurricane disaster. So that's loaded with gluten. It does something to the dopamine, but I'm all about the results. What is that? Your narcotic, your fentanyl, your heroin, your morphine, your cocaine, your weed. How's that helping your body? There's other side effects to that stuff. If you get caught with it, the fentanyl, you'll probably be handcuffed to the bed when you wake up, or you won't even wake up at all. Heroin's another one. You know, you probably might not wake up, but you could wake up, you know, still again. Weed, well, you might end up smoking with a police officer somewhere down in Miami Beach. You for sure would. Let's keep this under 30 minutes. This is a good one. I mean, what was it called? Wife. Submissive. Like, what the fuck is this? I would never want a woman I'm with to be submissive. Yeah, submissive to the orgasms we have together. What's up? The good feelings, the happy feelings, joy, peace, love.